ओम शांति। अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 22। समस्या
Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. And today is day 22, and today's topic is be constructive. And today's Avyak signal is constructive souls will change reasons, excuses, and problems into positive solutions. They will not consider any type of obstacle or problem or attack by Maya to be a form of attack, but will experience it to be like a game and happily overcome it. Their stage will always be stable and constant. They will never be afraid or never come into fluctuation. And now we will be listening to Didi.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
समाधान स्वरूप बनना है।
So we are practicing to become free from problems and become an embodiment of solution. And this month, today is the day 21, and
वर्णन करते हुए
Baba is sharing so many good points, like what all stages we have been through and what are the solutions, what problems do we face. So yesterday Baba was sharing more about to be tolerant. So if we have this virtue of being tolerant,
सबसे बड़ी बात
and then that
में रहते हैं
leads to all the virtues, all the treasures, and the
और उसके साथ
best part of it is that we stay in intoxication and happiness.
कर रहे
So
होंगे
I'm hoping that you all are practicing that. And but today's point is more like be constructive.
बाबा ने अपनी जीवन का निर्माण
So Baba has given us this opportunity to construct our life, meaning to create our fortune and also to construct the new world.
निर्माण करने के लिए
So what do we have to do the construction? So for that, our stage should be such that
इस पर हम कई तरह की धारणाएं
so whatever like
जिसको बाबा ने उसमें
Didi's voice is not clear, sorry.
मत जाओ
So yesterday also Baba is sharing about don't go into the expansion, just stay in the essence of knowledge and yoga. So this is very good dharana that we can do. So for our own satisfaction, we go into all these expansions. So whatever we think, we try to speak it.
उससे निर्माण हो रहा है कि नहीं
But do we think that are we constructing something new through our words? So we have to pay attention every second, every minute on this. Like according to drama, few things happen. We don't want to do few things, but still so many scenes come in front of us, even though if we don't want to. But what attention do we need to pay on is how to construct. So for example, yesterday, Baba was sharing about not get distressed, don't become disheartened. So sometimes maybe there are not such good situations in front of me, but don't get stressed or distressed. But what powers that we have is like if we have virtues, then only we have powers. So how can we be never stressed or distressed or disheartened? So that means we have power for that. But if we are always like in some or other situation is distressing me, so then there is no power maybe within. So for that, every step we need some powers. So Dadi Chandramani, she is now in her angelic state. So I have seen her. She never used to get angry on anything. So if there is any problem, she used to even smile.
उसका उस समय पर पाठ था
So at that time, her
कि जब
part was
कोई
such that,
मतभेद है
so if there is any conflict, or if somebody is not getting along with the other soul, if they cannot work together, so for that, Dadi was the one instrument who used to go and then used to talk to them, and Baba used to send her, go and talk to them. And so that was the role of Dadi at that time. And
संस्कार
what,
मिलते ताली दो हाथ से बजती
so
है
Dadi used to teach them like how our sanskars, if we don't
दोनों
have
हाथ से बजते हैं
like
कुछ ना
if we
समझ
have to clap,
पाए
we need two hands. So Dadi had
क्योंकि
such
अगर हम
quality
एक
that if
दूसरे
she
को
used to talk to
खुश कर
those two
देते हैं
souls who have
कि आप ठीक है
conflicts,
आप ठीक हैं
so then
तो उससे
Dadi used to
जीवन
make them feel
बहुत
so
अच्छा
good
लगता है
that they had, like if we
अगर
praise
कोई
one
प्रॉब्लम
person and
आता
not the
है
other, then the other person will
तो
come into some
जीवन
kind of
संतुलन
upheaval. So Dadi used to
किसी
manage the
नहीं बदलता
situation in a way so that both are content, both have satisfaction after talking to Dadi. So those who are instruments,
उनको किस तरह से
so they have this responsibility, and
संतुष्टि करना है
also they know how to
सही
satisfy
मार्ग
the
पर
other
लेके
soul,
आना है
how to show the other soul
ये भी बहुत
the right
डिफिकल्ट है
path. So
बहुत
this is
ज़्यादा मेहनत
also
है
a very good art of managing the souls. Nowadays,
ध्यान बहुत देना पड़ता है बोलने पे
we have to pay attention, a lot of attention, even while speaking a single
सुनते
word.
नहीं बहुत तरह के
Sometimes we just sit,
समाचार हैं अपने
and so
विचार
many
हैं
like variety of
अपनी ओपिनियन
news
है
and
सुनाते
variety
रहते
of
हैं
opinions are
पर
there.
अगर आप दो बात दो शब्द
So
भी बोल
if
देते
you
हैं
say even a single word
तो
or
जब
two
रिपीट करेंगे
words,
तो आपको
and
कह
if
देंगे
they
कि
will
क्या कह रहे
repeat, if they will repeat, they will repeat your
तो
words, not
उसका
their own.
अटेंशन रखना
So
पड़ता है
for that, you have to pay attention, a lot of attention,
और
what you are
धीरे धीरे
speaking
धीरे
or
सीखते
saying or
जाते हैं
telling. So I'm also learning
किसको दर्द
slowly.
बढ़ाना
So
किसको
how
ठीक
to
करना
make the soul satisfied, or
तो यही
give
बाबा
the
बार बार
solutions.
कह रहे हैं कि
So to use
अगर
the right
अपने मन
words. So
करने
that's
से
why Baba is saying, so if you have this
ये बड़ी सूक्ष्म
quality
चीज
of
होती है
becoming constructive, so this
प्रार्थना
is
नहीं कर
very
सकती दुनिया
subtle art and subtle
जिसको
power.
ये कला होती है या
So
कैपेसिटी
those who
होती है
have this power,
उसमें एक बहुत बैलेंस होता है
so they have
एक
like
वो
a
दरवाजे बहुत
balance,
होते हैं
is like balance
छोटी
of
छोटी बातों पे
maturity,
कभी
like
खुद अपसेट नहीं होते
they don't get upset on small trivial
अगर
matters.
खुद ही अपसेट होता
So
रहेगा
if they get
सेंसिटिव है
upset,
तो दूसरे को
if they
कैसे
are
मैनेज
sensitive, then
करेगा
how will they manage others?
तो खुद
So the first thing
खुद
is
को
to have balance of
तो
maturity,
इन्हीं छोटी छोटी
stability,
बातें अपनी
and never
किस्मत को
get
डरा डोल
upset
करती
on
हैं
small things.
ऐसी आत्मा में
So those
कंस्ट्रक्टिविटी
souls who
बढ़ती है
are like this, they are more constructive.
निर्माण करने का मतलब सुलह करना
So
नहीं है
what does it mean to
प्रार्थना करने की नहीं है
become constructive? Is
समस्या
like
का
having
समाधान नहीं है
solutions for all the problems, maturity in
चलिए
every
एक बात बाबा
situation.
बताते हैं
So what Baba
कि
is
निर्माण किस
sharing
तरह है
today is constructive souls.
चित हाँ,
So Baba
किसी भी
used this
चीज का जो
word
चित होता है
like,
एक एटीट्यूड बड़ा सूक्ष्म है
so there is this is very
जो
subtle attitude of becoming
होते हैं
constructive
बिल्कुल
in
उसका
your heart. So
ब्रेकअप
what is the
हो जाता
vibration
है
of
जीवन
that?
स्वभाव
So your
बड़ा
attitude,
सूक्ष्म है
it's very subtle. The vibration of your
हमारी
attitude is
सीमित
very
है
subtle. Like if you
हम
decide
सीमित
something,
स्थिति में हैं
so it's in your heart,
दूसरे को पहले ही पता होता है कि आप गलत
and
करने वाले हैं
through your
आपसे
vibration
वही
the
सीखने
other
वाले हैं
person can feel it, like what you are going to say or what you are going to
कैसे
do.
पहले अपने को
So how?
न्यूट्रल
First,
करें
you have to become
इसे
neutral.
अनादि स्वरूप कहते हैं
So that means you become
जो सदा
stabilized in your
विद्यमान है
eternal form. So
जिस पर कल भी बाबा ने मुरली में कहा
yesterday also in the
कि
Murli,
जो
it was
उसमें
like
संयुक्त होंगे
Those who are Yog Yukt, the sign of them is that they are Yukti Yukt. So how to present your whatever you have, how to present it in a constructive way. So that's what Baba is saying. The constructive souls, they will change. They will change the reasons, excuses, and problems. So they will change it into positive solutions. It's not like, oh, because of this reason, I couldn't do that. No, constructive souls will have some solution for everything, positive solutions. So they will not consider any type of obstacle or problem or attack by Maya. So they will not consider it as a form of attack, but they will experience it to be like a game. And they will like happily overcome it. Their stage will be stable. They will never get afraid, or they will never come into the fluctuation. So when the situation comes or any problem comes, so what happened in very subtle way, there is that you get afraid, because we always think about the consequences, the results. So there is some, you get scared of the results sometimes. So if there is not the balance of stability, then you get then you come into that upheaval, that fluctuation. So if somebody says, oh, let's say in future maybe I'll not have this, so then what the person does, try to accumulate that thing, even though they don't need it, but they keep accumulating. So this is very subtle, very subtle. So if there is even a trace of any problem, any situation, any obstacle, then that attacks our intellect, our mind. It could be for anything, any situation. So one is like we react promptly. So what we call is prompt action. So it's like right away, responding right away. So Dadi, we have so many examples of Dadi Janki. So once we all were going to Guwahati in India. So in Guwahati, there is like where the they, it's a big production of tea there in Assam, Guwahati. So you all must know about it, like dadis. Dadis have the sanskar of giving a toli, giving something to somebody or someone. So then we ran late because giving all this toli, and also the flight was ready. We were the last passengers reached there. So they said, okay, you can go, but your luggage cannot go. Because you are so late, so we cannot take your luggage. You cannot check in your luggage. Like, if you don't reach to the airport even before, like early, at least 1 hour early, so then they don't take your luggage. They are like, oh, you can go, but your luggage cannot go. So what Dadi Janke did is, like, we were going for only 2-3 days. So we had small luggage. The plane was also very small. So it was like domestic. Uh, uh, so it's like that that plane was also very small. So what Dadi did is, like, quickly opened her suitcase and took out one dress and put in her bag, the carry-on. And we thought, oh, they will send our luggage to the next flight, so what's the big deal? It's okay, it will reach soon. So we didn't do that. But Dadi took out her one dress and just put in the bag what she is carrying. So but those days were like very hot day, and we all got sweaty. And So we didn't think about that when we will reach. We might need to take shower because of this hot and so we when we reached there, so we all were waiting for the luggage, but Dadi, she had everything. So when we reached there, so then the sisters over there, they gave us like, okay, we will give you we will give you new clothes to change. So at that time I just realized this and I learned this from Dadi, like how to take action in time. Like don't think about, oh, I could have done that, I could have brought this. No, no such thoughts are there if you take the action in time. So I was very young at that time, but I remember that she just opened her suitcase on she kept it on the floor, opened it. She just at that time the suitcases were also very like antique style. So what I mean to say is like become like if we are in the constructive soul, so the main sign of those souls are like having solutions for every problem. So whatever problems I am facing right now or any obstacle, so it means there is something, some account of karma or my some consequences of my actions. But also at present time, like it's like also influence of what I'm doing right now, my son's cars and lack of power to decide. So everything to become constructive. So if there is something not, so if we have good yukti of the solutions to the problem, so today's homework is to how to become this constructive. For that, we need to be humble. Humility should be there. Nothing. So it's not like no ego. So it's not like, oh, why should I think about that? Why should I do that? No, just think about this, how to become humble, have humility, and become constructive. So the more we are humble, the more we are constructive. So do you get it? Understand? So just think about it, churn the knowledge, and this is our homework for tomorrow. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति। अवेक मुरली रिवीजन 1969 से।
Om Shanti. Now we'll revise the Murli.
अव्यक्त वाणी। तारीख है 20
Avyakt Murli. So the date of the Murli is August 20th, 1971. The most elevated of all thrones and crowns. What is the double throne? So each one gave their own responses. So Babdada said, one is to be seated on the heart throne of Babdada. The most elevated throne is to be seated on the heart throne of Babdada, as well as that in order to able to sit on this throne, you need to have the throne of an unshakable and immovable state. If you are not able to stabilize yourself in this state, you'll not be able to stabilize yourself on the hard throne of Bapdada. This is why this throne of constant, unshakable, and immovable stage is absolutely essential. You fluctuate on this throne again and again. This is why because you're not able to be seated on your immortal throne. You're not able to stabilize yourself on this throne of a constant state. So if you become an immortal stage and stabilize yourself on the throne of the forehead, you'll be able to sit on the throne of the constant stage and also on Baptada's heart throne. So you have the double crown and also seated on the double throne. And the knowledge that you are receiving is mainly of two subjects. What are they? So you receive knowledge of two main things, and that is alpha and beta, or the creator and creation. The entire knowledge is included in creation. So if the creators are knowledgeful in both these main aspects, they can also become powerful. If some don't have the full knowledge of creation, if they are weak, then their stage fluctuates. You also have to know the entire knowledge of the creator. Just to listen to the knowledge, it doesn't mean to know it. To know means to accept it and move according to it. Such ones are called knowledgeful. So those who know, accept, and also move according to that. If they don't accept and move according to that, then they can neither be called knowledgeful nor embodiment of knowledge. So to accept and to move according to that means become an embodiment. So because there is a lack of knowledge about either the creation or creator, there is a weakness in effort. This is why you must pay attention to these two aspects of entire knowledge. So, this is the term of knowledge. In the same way, you must perform a double task. What is the double task? So today Baba is telling you about twos, all twos. Tell Baba about your two tasks. A double task is performed throughout the day. The main task is of destruction and establishment. You have to destroy some things and create some things. So you create all types of things. Firstly, you are creating your kingdom through service. Secondly, you have to create the creation of pure thoughts in your intellect. So you also understand the method of destroying wasteful and sinful thoughts. So you create a creation through your mind and your words. So you create both types of creation. In this way, you carry out a double task. So if you remain busy in this task the whole day, so then would you not be able to have a constant stage? So reason for not having a constant stage is that you don't know how to create or destroy. Because of a weakness in both of these tasks, you're not able to have a constant stage. This is why you have to perform a double task. You can only perform a double task when you maintain your position. Okay, to be continued. The rest of the Murli will listen tomorrow.